We wanted to foster for a long time, actually. We talked about it actually from around when we first got married. And part of the reason why we got into that was because as Christians, we have experienced the love of Christ in our life, and we just wanted to share that love with other people. When we first opened up our home, we had 2 younger biological kids. So we knew that it would impact them. So we actually had conversations with them to see where they were at on that, and they were just ready to jump right in. The first call we got was a baby, and so we were able to see him transition out of our home into an adoptive home, and we jumped in again with Messiah. So that was the next call we got.
And then shortly after, we found out that Ezekiel was on his way. And so we're like, okay, we were committed to keeping siblings together. That's just another blessing. It almost wasn't even a second thought. We were like, of course, we will definitely keep Ezekiel forever if we're allowed. So Messiah and Ezekiel came into care because when they were born, they had some older siblings that were already in care, and their home wasn't safe for them to go back to yet. So that's why they came into care immediately. Also, they were born with substance exposure as well, so that's really affected part of their daily life. We're learning to just see the needs of more than just the child, right? So there's a mother who's going through something most of the time. There's a father who's often going through. There's extended family, and just being able to care not just for the little one that you're bringing in your home through foster care, but also to offer care and support and love to that family, to that mom, to that dad, to those grandparents, those aunties, the extended family as well. That is not something that I anticipated or even really thought much about entering foster care. The beauty of reaching out and being a part of the lives of a whole nother family unit is something that has really changed, I think, in my mission and my understanding. Their biological family loves them very much, and there are just some choices that were made that made things more complicated for their story.
Our older kids have always been invested in the lives of the kids that have come into our home, and even more so when we were ready to adopt Messiah and Ezekiel. They've embraced them as their brothers. I don't think we would have been able to do foster care and see our boys adopted if LCFS hadn't been there to walk us through it.
LCFS has really come alongside and been completely supportive, and even in some ways proactive for us. There have been times that our boys have needed very specific therapy or very specific services or help in areas. I can make one phone call to our caseworker and she's on it. Like, she's got it done, she's got a name for me, she's got a number, she maybe already made that phone call for me and is sending me the confirmation email. And it's just been wonderful to feel like that you have that in your corner. You're not just kind of trying to figure everything out on your own, that there are people there that already care. You know, I felt very much like our caseworker for Messiah and Ezekiel, like she loved our boys, and you could tell that she cared about our boys. It's hard to think about what would happen to kids who don't have an opportunity to be in foster care, if they have to stay in situations that are hard or even dangerous. I think of, you know, the kids that we've had the privilege of having in our home and some of the reasons why they were brought in our home. They would have been unsafe, and the ability to have them in a safe place where they get love and care, and their physical and emotional needs prayerfully are met. That's what keeps you going, and the thought of somebody needs to do it. As
I think about the hopes and dreams of our family, I'm thinking about, you know, I know our boys are going to be connected to their biological family, but we also want them to always remember that they're a part of our family forever. So the connections and the bond and the love that we have is something we always want them to know exists and will continue to exist. And our older kids understand that too, and their spouses. And in fact, in the last couple years, our family has doubled in size. And as it continues to grow and expand, we want that love and those bonds to continue to grow and expand as well. One
of the most rewarding things about fostering and then being able to adopt Messiah and Ezekiel has just been the growth of love, I guess you could say. Like, I feel like there is love that we didn't realize we could experience until we got into this journey. This love for these children, the love that we receive from our boys, that's just amazing.
For those who are interested in donating for foster care, I mean, we need that help. So these kids need that help. So we need the support that organizations like LCFS provides. And so without that support, a lot of what we are able to do, even as parents of foster kids, we might be unable to do. Find the ways that you can be involved and allow God to open your heart up to the opportunity to do more. And so just take one step, just get involved in one way, and then see what might open up beyond that.
These kids deserve every amount of love and every amount of care that we can give them. They need to feel cherished and valued, and that's something that we can offer. These kids are always absolutely worth it. Every child is worth it.